By the way, the Bible is the only one which supports the killing of children. What do you think of that? No, do you want to answer? Do you want to answer?
Matthew 5? Matthew 5? Yeah, what about Matthew 5? No, that's my God.
Matthew 15. Kill the children. Oh, run away now. He didn't last long, did he?
Brothers, this guy only speaks to women. No, come back. He only speaks to Muslim women. Come back.
Didn't I tell you to run away?
Come back, brother. Come back.
Don't follow brother, man. What's this?
Okay. You see, this is the double standards of these Bible preachers, because when we show them the interpretation, we show them the interpretation from the Bible about killing women and children, and that is exactly what people like the ISIS and the KKK do. The extremists, the fundamentalists, the only ones who are really bloodthirsty about killing children are the terrorists. And this is exactly what the Bible preaches. Because in the Old Testament and also in the New Testament, for example, in the New Testament it says anyone, this is the command of God, Jesus says. Jesus replied, this is the command of God, that anyone who curses the mother or father shall be put to death. So anyone who is disobedient child, yes, they shall be put to death. Now who kills children for cursing their parents? And you know, Jesus didn't just say this is a figure of speech. He said this is the command of God. You know where Jesus got this command of God? Nearly 1500 years after Moses? From the Old Testament. So the Old Testament rules apply in the New Testament as well, according to Jesus. And there's a reason he's repeating it in the New Testament in Matthew chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. Go home and check it. What else does he say? He was saying the Muslims are the ISIS. You know, the victims of the ISIS are the Muslims. In fact, they kill more Muslims than any other religious people. So they are our biggest enemies. They are not anything from the practice of Islam or from the practice of the Prophet ﷺ. If anything, they are more likely following the Old Testament and the New Testament laws about killing children and women and even the donkeys and the camels. Who would want to kill animals, you know? What wrong have they done? What evil have the animals done? What evil has an infant? By the way, an infant is someone who is 2 years old or less. They are deliberately targeted. In 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 3, kill every man, every female, every child and every infant and the domestic animals as well. And in Numbers 31, 18, 19 onwards, it says, 17, 18, 19 onwards, it says, kill everyone, do not spare anyone, except the girls who have not slept with any man. That means those who are virgins. Save them for yourself. You know what the interpreters of the Bible say? They took them as their concubines. And this, my friends, is exactly what it says about sex slavery in the Bible. Yes, this is the interpretation of the historic interpretation of these passages. That is what it is.
What would you say, Hashim, to those Christians? Because earlier on a guy was speaking to you and he said that I don't follow the Old Testament. Yeah. What would you say?
Well, the question is this. Jesus says, I've come to fulfill the law. Which law? It is the Old Testament law. Now, if Jesus himself is fulfilling, then who are you to say you are not fulfilling it? Yes? Because Jesus, like I said, repeated the command of God given in the Old Testament during the time of Moses in the book of Exodus, that anyone who curses his mother or father is to be put to death. Your own Jesus, your own Messiah, your own God, in fact, is telling you to follow that commandment. And there is a passage in the New Testament, 1 Corinthians 3:16, I believe, where it says that these commandments, these books, these laws.
I'll never talk to him.
Of course you'll run away. That is the brave Christians who want to attack women here, or people who don't know much about the Bible. Yes, they want to attack them, but when we bring them the Bible, they run with their tails between the legs. Now, and this is exactly what it is basically. You are afraid of your own teachings, of your own Bible, because you know it will not stand your standards of the 21st century of being loving and kind. Yes, this turn the other cheek, love your enemy is there in the Bible. But then why do you ignore all the other passages in the Bible? Yes, leave him, okay, leave him. Let him run away. So there we go. I mean, the double standards is quite obvious. And with that, I think we conclude. Jazak Allah Khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, 1 minute. I think then you lost it 30 seconds. Sam Dawah?